All right, I think we are live. Let's see. Are we live? Are we live? Okay, it looks like we're live here. Let me just get my YouTube up and running as well. Seribot is here. Oh, I got to test out my Discord command. Let's try that. Discord. No, Stream Elements. Why are you not putting my Discord in the chat? Are you working, Stream Elements? That one works. Okay, where's my Discord? I thought I added that, but it didn't work. The volume seems loud to me, but if I put this down anymore, it just turns it off. We're going to be playing some Nubby's Number Factory today. The Bazaar servers are down for the big patch. The big patch. Okay, I got to add a new command. I thought I did this before. Let's add Discord. And then go to my Discord. And I want to invite people. Make a link that lasts forever. Generate link, copy, put that in Stream Elements, activate it. All right, now we're checking. We go Discord. Cool. Yeah, I set up the Discord, so I'm seeing how that works out. My camera is a little bit off. Let me change the zoom level of my camera a little for a second. Auto frame. Let's zoom out a little bit. Is that better? Not really. Is that? Hold on, okay, yeah, that's right. Hold on. Just fixing things up here. Does that work? Okay, let me see. Okay, yeah, I got some zoom in going on my face. Just a little bit more. Okay. All right, so this game. All right, welcome, Go Kodo here. Gonna be playing a weird game today. I saw Northern Lion play this thing, Nubby's Number Factory. It looks sort of like a Peggle kind of game. I haven't played it myself. I've only watched a teeny tiny bit of Northern Lion play it, so I have like no real idea of how it works. This is my first time playing. Hey, you must be the new employee they were telling me about. My name is Tony, and I'm going to be your supervisor. My job is to show you how to run the factory. I don't really care about your name or anything, so let's just get into this. First things first, welcome aboard to Nubby's Number Factory, the world's leading number manufacturer. This is the main control center of the factory. The first task is to launch our mascot, Nubby. He's following my mouse, he's looking. Down the pegboard. Hold down right mouse and press left mouse to launch Nubby. Okay. Launch. Wow, you're really good at this. At this factory, your only job is to make big numbers. Okay. By launching Nubby at these pegs, you will earn however many points are shown on the peg. This number shows how many points you made in a round. The number on the bottom is the goal. If you beat the goal, the board will restock. If you get a really high score... Okay, if you get a really high score, the board can restock multiple times in a single round. Okay. Oh, wait, I forgot to tell you what a restock even is. Well, listen up, because restocks are an important thing. When the board restocks, a bunch of new pegs will fall from the sky and fill all your empty spaces. Soon after, pairs of pegs with the same number will merge into one greater peg. Okay, so it's like, what's that game where you like put numbers together? There's like threes is one of them, but there's another one where it's with twos. I forget what it's called. Let's try it out. Keep launching. Right. Keep launching Nubby until you beat the goal. Okay. So I could like go here and I got a whole bunch. Pegtacular. That was Pegalicious. You're a star. Just kidding. No, you're not. Hey. Okay, we're almost done. To rearrange your new pegs, just press the jumble button. Nice. Launch Nubby one more time. I want to show you something. Okay, so you might have noticed that Nubby goes through some pegs, but not others. Nubby will break through ones, but will bounce off any peg greater than one. Alright, bud, that's it for the tutorial. You'll figure the rest out for yourself. Oh wait, I forgot one thing. Every time you launch Nubby, you lose one life. If you run out of lives, the sun will explode. But luckily, every time the board restocks, you get one life back. So as long as you keep making big numbers, nobody gets hurt. Okay, now I'm done. Thanks for not pressing the skip tutorial button. I know that was difficult for you. I'll start you off with a fresh new factory now. Good luck. Zone 1, the factory. So we've got some gold here. Things up here that I don't know. Some fantastic graphics. Alright. Bouncing, bouncing, bouncing. Okay. Restock. Okay, now some 4s. Okay. So basics. I know from watching Northern Lion a teeny tiny bit, like you get some kind of power-ups at some point. We're restocking like crazy. Yeah. It's easy, it's easy. No problem at all. Oh, here we go, Nubby Mart. Click an item to drag and drop it into your inventory. Press right mouse on items in your inventory to sell them. What is this? Expand item slot. I guess that's probably up here. Squirmy. 5 pegs popped. Gives plus 5 points for every time this item has triggered during the round. 1 in 50 chance to metamorphosize. These are the same. This one is summons a sharp shot that will pop a random peg 10 times. Monstrosity every 1.5 seconds. If Nubby is still alive, summon a meat orb that will float around and pop pegs. Meat orbs die when Nubby dies. Rare item odds is 5%. Like 1.5 seconds is actually pretty long, but if I could get that going, that seems really interesting. I want to try meat orbs. What is this? Oh, freeze is probably like keep these items around for next time. Let's try this guy. So I have a meat orb. If I can survive for 1.5 seconds. Oh, there's the meat orbs. Go meat orbs. Oh, that wasn't that good. Special round, sneaky snipers. Hover over this to see details. A ghillie peg. This peg will pop the highest number peg when popped, and it will not pop itself. Okay, so these, when I pop the 4, it will hit a 30, that 32 down there, I guess, right? Yeah, okay. Nice, nice. We're learning, we're learning. Meat orb, meat orb. You got loot. Nice, some loot. Give me the loot. Perks are permanent. You cannot sell or get rid of them. I could take money. The tornado perk is rare. Ooh, force triggers the leftmost item X times. Jumbling pegs increase by +2. The value resets after each round. A candle. When Nubby dies, if you have passed the round goal this round, force triggers the item slot in number slot 5 twice, but I don't even have slot. I'll take this thing. Force triggers the leftmost item X times. Jumbling pegs increases X by +2. Okay. And it resets each round. So right now it kind of does nothing because the X is nothing until I do a reroll. Yeah, because X is 0 to start. Summons a quill that falls from the sky and pops 1 peg after you pop 5. Sea cucumber. When Nubby dies, every empty peg space will give points equal to the total amount of pegs that have been popped this round. That seems really good. Finger puppet. Nubby gives points equal to the number of times that Nubby has bounced this round. That doesn't seem that great right now. I'm gonna try this sea cucumber. It seems good. And then I assume you can rearrange these. Yeah. Okay, let's see. I don't need to use the rerolls yet, I think. So yeah, getting those meat orbs. Crazy restock. Crazy restocks. Oh, I need a huge amount to get a restock this time. I should maybe have done a jumble to get the big number up higher. Okay, but it worked. Special round Gold Rush. This peg will give +1 coin when popped for the first time. Okay. We got 2 coins from that. This is fun. I have not played this game before, so it's very weird. I kind of like the aesthetic. It reminds me of like the old games that I used to play on shareware. This like weird paint program, and this weird like this old program called Kai's Power Goo. Hey Anexium. What am I playing? You're feeling sick. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm playing a weird game called Nubby's Number Factory. It's sort of like Peggle, if you know what Peggle's like. I only just saw someone else playing it, so I'm trying it out. This is my first time playing it, so the aesthetic is really like old school, like MS-DOS kind of thing. Just kind of fun to chill on here, I guess. The Grabatron. I will play the Grabatron and try to get this thing, I guess. What did I get? A mystery capsule. When opened, 85% chance to receive a random common item. 8% chance to receive randoms and then a rares. Okay. We got a common perk. Pass the round goal. If Nubby is still alive, 50% chance to trigger the item in slot number 3. Okay. I don't know if that will really help me. I can play again. Sure, let's play again. Do I just get more gold? Ooh, it gave me some gold back. I want to see what this key is. Yeah, the server downtime is going to be crazy long today. They estimated 6 hours. So I don't even know if I'll get to play today. I don't even know if I'll get to play the Bazaar today. I started late today too because I went grocery shopping this morning, went to Costco. It's really nice going to Costco on an early morning and not on the weekend. Going there on the weekend is just ridiculous. An evil key capsule. Receive a suspicious key. I can gain access to the black market. Okay. Sure. That seems fun. Go Nubby things. Alright. We're gonna get access to the black market soon. Nice. Okay, we got a lot there. What does this do again? Pops the highest peg if you bounce on it. Okay. Yeah, doing good, doing good. I've been listening to this audiobook. 6 hours, when did it start? When did it start is a good question. Where's the Discord? Let's see, announcements. The announcement says it was 2 hours ago, but I don't know if it actually started then. So I guess there's a chance I play today, depending on if their estimate was good or not. I've decided I'm going to be playing Mac to start with, because it makes sense in terms of like putting videos out. Like everyone wants to see what Mac does. So plus I want to try Mac out too. It should be fun. It's very interesting. Okay, that was a bad. Let me re-roll here. A mysterious door opens. Okay, I'm going to use the key on the mysterious door. It's too bad that you're homesick. I don't know if when you're sick, if you're like able to play games or not. Sometimes I feel too sick to play games, but that the server's down while you're homesick. That sucks, because it would have been nice for you to be able to play while you were home. I hope you feel better, though. Get some rest, drink some water. Okay, these are black market corrupted alien. If you bounce 10 times, a random peg emits a cosmoblast. They cannot be force triggered. First peg pop emits 1 Ichor stream for every 10 times Nubby has died in this game. When a peg is hit by an Ichor, pass around goal items and perks will trigger. Currently emits 2. If the first peg is the highest number of peg, multiply total score by 25. That's a lot. 10 bounces. I sort of want this Ouroboros. It seems interesting. I'm gonna try it. It's sort of hard to tell what that did. So what does it do? Emits an Ichor stream for every 10 times Nubby has died this game. When a peg is hit by Ichor, pass around goal becomes items and perks will trigger. Okay. So I want lots of items, I guess, to trigger and perks to trigger. A boss round. Oh god. Spiky peg. This peg will kill Nubby and end the round when fully popped. Oh no. That's scary. Okay, I did not die on the spiky pegs. Loot. If the first peg popped was the highest number peg, force triggers in slots 1 and 2. Force triggers the item in slot 7 2 times for each empty inventory slot. Well, that's not great. Or I could take money. This force triggers the leftmost item. This triggers slots 1 and 2. This triggers slot 3. So like they don't necessarily work out together, but first peg pop was the highest. It has to be the highest if it's the first peg. You downloaded Moonlight to play Bazaar on my phone so you can play in your bed. Awesome. Have you tried it out yet? It took me, I had to like figure out a few settings and things to actually get it to work for me. But I guess that would depend on like your setup and stuff. I also sometimes in a pinch use Chrome Remote Desktop, because that I can play when I'm not at home. But it's much more laggy. Like it's, I guess it sort of makes sense. You're not on the same network, but yeah, it's a lot more laggy. So I only do that if I really need to. Give me a reroll. Ooh, that's not great. Okay, we passed the round. Nice. You play for several nights using Apollo on your PC. Okay, cool. So that's similar to Sunlight or whatever it's called, I assume, like a streaming thing. I didn't put that much research into it. I just used Sunlight because one of my friends recommended it. He was using it on his to stream games to some handheld device he had. Something similar to a Stream Deck that wasn't a Stream Deck. Speaking of Stream Deck, sort of, is There is a bunch of Nintendo Switch 2 news out today, which I haven't really read. I saw they had some kind of like mouse functionality, which is interesting. Oh, a happy seal. 2 random pegs get smacked. When a peg is smacked, it counts as a peg halved. Trigger without actually having it. Every 1.5 seconds doubles a random peg. Highest peg pops 2 randoms. Friendly Rock doubles 4 random pegs whose number is less than 32. It's a Sunlight trial that's literally the same code with some additions on top. Oh, cool. I wonder, maybe I should check that out at some point. It was maybe, it's like what kind of features are on that made you decide to choose that? Or is it just more up to date? Like maybe Sunlight is not as, has not kept up with things as much maybe. I'm gonna buy some items here. Oh, I'm on my last shot. That's scary. We got a lot of things happening now. Last shot again. Come on. Okay, we're on like last shot every time. What is this? A hydrogen bomb peg. When popped for the first time, this peg will trigger a mega explosion that pops all pegs at once. Okay. It's down there. I forget how the re-rolls work. Do you get one? I don't know if you get one re-roll every time. Oh, I didn't get to kill that big peg. Unfortunate. Filling it up. Filling up the juice. I got loot. This game is very weird. If the round started less than 1.5 seconds ago, force trigger the item in slots 1, 2, and 3. Those are not great because I would die. This perk force triggers all items that summon anything. That can't be force triggered. Only the monstrosity summons something right now. I'm gonna skip it. Get some gold for that one. The most important one is that can create a virtual monitor you can use to match your screen resolution to it, and you can disconnect your actual real monitors. Oh, that's interesting. That's kind of cool. Earlier, I think it was early this week, maybe it was last week, but something was going on with my monitors where if I had 2 of my monitors plugged into my PC, like I have 2 monitors, so if I had both plugged in, one of them would not work. If and they both worked individually, so it was really annoying me. Like I was scared I have to like replace my graphics card or something if it was messed up like that. I thought maybe it was something to do with how Sunlight did things, and like maybe it messed up my monitors or something. But I forget what I did. I like reinstalled all my drivers and then like went into, that still didn't work. So then I had to go to like some NVIDIA settings thing and like turn on my second monitor for some weird reason. And before that it was working fine. Like I had Sunlight running and it was working. It didn't cause any issues, but then just randomly one day that only one monitor at a time would work. Is this like an upgrade or something? It's showing me like drag this to this. I guess that is an upgrade. If Nubby is still alive, summons a disease orb that will aggressively float around and pop pegs. Disease orbs die when Nubby dies. Okay. I can buy another item slot to get... Pops the lowest peg twice. Summons a straw that pops 1 peg. Pegs popped by straws give additional... Gains 5. I don't have enough money. Okay, done. getting these disease orbs. Disease orbs. Okay, that was not great. Last shot. Oh no. No! Oh, I had just enough. Oh, this is the hydrogen bomb one. Okay, that was bad. Last shot. Okay, jumble. Oh no! I lost. Ah, what's happening? I died on round 32. Okay, and then you just kind of start the game over again, I guess. We'll see how far we can go this time. Today I was thinking about. Yeah, that was the first time I ever had a monitor issue like that too. It was weird. It was scary. Oh no. I was gonna maybe do some video editing today, but I don't know. I just didn't feel up for it. Today it's just snowing like crazy. It snowed a whole bunch last night, and yesterday the weather was insane. I don't know where you live in the world. I forgot. You maybe have said, but here at least our weather changes like insane amounts. So yesterday it was sunny, it rained, it hailed, it snowed, and then it turned freezing, all in one day. So overnight we had terrible snow and everything's all icy. I saw that there was a Nintendo Direct. I did not watch any of it. I am a Nintendo fan. We've got a Switch. I haven't played a lot of Nintendo games very recently though. Mutates into non-active version of the item to the left of me for the rest of the round. Summons a quill that falls from the sky. Asbestos peg item. One random peg is plus 20 points. Summons a straw that pops a peg. Let's try this straw guy. I don't really know if that's good. It shot a straw, but it didn't really seem to do anything that time. You're from Puerto Rico. Yeah, I live in Canada, and our equivalent of a state, they're called provinces here. Doesn't really matter that much, but yeah, that's just what they're called here. So our city, or our I guess our whole province is like that, but particularly our city is kind of crazy like that. I'm just trying to look up the weather here. So like yesterday, let's see the 7-day forecast, because right now we're in the minuses, sort of like 0 degrees Celsius. Yeah, we're gonna like hit -5 overnight. Next day, kind of 0 degrees as well. But then like we'll get, in a few days, we'll be up to 15 degrees. So like in the span of 1 week, we can have huge like 20 or more degree swings in our weather. And we get snow like kind of very randomly throughout the year. Yeah, it's interesting weather to live in. It means that something that I've learned is that in some places in the world, you don't really talk about the weather because it's just kind of mostly nice all the time. Maybe Puerto Rico is somewhat like that. But like here, it's like I go to drop off my kids, and you know, there's other parents around, and kind of the default is like, hey, how's it going? And then you start talking about the weather. It's like kind of the small talk go-to around here is like, oh, I can't believe it's snowing again. Oh, I'm looking forward to the upcoming weather. The other thing about our weather is that we have a forecast, so you might look at the forecast, and maybe places that have nice weather all the time, you don't really look at the weather forecast. So I don't know if it's common in Puerto Rico to like see the weather that's coming up. But for us, it's common to like look at that stuff, but then it changes all the time. Like the forecast will say like, oh, it's going to be 15 degrees on Saturday, which is, a few days from now. And then by the time Saturday comes, the forecast will change all the time. And it's like, oh, now it's actually snowing on that day randomly. Force triggers one random Nubby item dies. Let's get that, even though we don't have a Nubby dies item. Do you have a... You make sure to ask any Canadian you meet, how's the weather? Yeah. It's that's good advice, I guess. Oh, none of these are... I want a thing that when Nubby dies to do stuff. Because I can trigger a random Nubby dies thing, which does that. Okay, let's see. Did not trigger. Oh, because this only has a chance. 10% chance to cause giant explosion. 40% chance if you're on your last shot. Oh, okay. I thought this would shoot more. Oh, it still shoots one peg, but the peg that it pops gives additional 30% of their number. Okay. I was thinking it would shoot more straws, but it just shoots one straw. Let's do that. Ooh, that wasn't very good. Oh, maybe it's actually working out. Okay, it worked out. Yeah, I assume... I've never been to Puerto Rico, but I sort of assume based off, it being much closer to the equator than us, that the weather there is much more stable. Puerto Rico is mostly just hot. Weather doesn't become small talk unless there's a hurricane coming. Oh yeah, that's one weather thing we don't get here. We don't get hurricanes. We don't get earthquakes here. What else? I guess we don't really get tornadoes. There are sometimes tornadoes in the province. So like sort of in the big area, but never close to where the cities are at, really. It's pretty rare. I'm gonna try for... Oh, I have no money. Oh man, that was a bad shot. Last shot. Come on, bounce, bounce, bounce. Okay, good. We got enough. Special round. We get some gold. Yeah, I'm trying to think, like, where I've been that's been the closest to Puerto Rico. I have to look at the map. I'm really bad with geography, so I'd have to look. Pull up the map. Let's see. Puerto Rico's here. Yeah, it's off the east. I've been to Florida, and I've been to Cuba. I've lived in Canada all my life, yeah, so I'm way up here. This city called Calgary. So way over here in the northwest-ish of the north. We're in the west side of Canada, but that would be like northwest of United States. I was born here. I lived in a couple cities here, but I've traveled around occasionally. not a ton. I went to Cuba with my wife for a vacation. I took a cruise at some point, but I don't remember I think we are around this area because we left from Florida and we took a cruise to some of these areas. So I was around there on like a cruise ship at some point. That was quite a few years ago, before I had kids. And then where else have I been in the States? I've been in like North Carolina, so that's close-ish. Still pretty far away though. Yeah, Puerto Rico is pretty close to the equator, so probably pretty nice stable weather except for those hurricanes, I guess. A special passport to visit Cuba, I don't know what it's like now. That was a long time ago. And being Canadian is different than the US. So there were other Canadian tourists there, but there was no United States, no people from the US. Because the US is the one that had like strict sanctions on Cuba and stuff. So when we visited Cuba, it was normal for like Canadians to visit Cuba. What is this thing? Pass the round goal. A random peg will emit 3 snot shots that pop any pegs they pass through. Peg fully popped. First peg pop. These have really stupid names. Poop butt. For every time the board is restocked, this game gained 15 points. Pops the lowest peg twice. Let's just buy one of these. I'm just trying stuff out. Okay, that was bad. We lost. That was a quick loss that time. Okay, I'm gonna try again. Puerto Rico seems like it would be interesting to visit. I don't know much about it, but if it's anything like Cuba for the weather, seems like it would be a nice place to visit. All those like smaller kind of islands are interesting, like because I'm from the prairies. So the prairies, I don't know if you know that word, but it's common here. It's basically, grassland, not a lot of, there's no ocean. We do have lakes and some rivers and stuff, but it's like mostly a lot of flat wheat fields and grass and stuff here. So it's very nice to go to some different places that have like oceans and things. Yeah, if you look up prairies, it's like this is the province. We live in one of the prairie provinces, I guess you could say, although we have mountains too. So there is that. That is something that we have. We have the Rocky Mountains. I don't know if you've ever heard of a place called Banff. It's sort of a international tourist spot. So really nice mountains. Canada's relationship with Cuba is probably better than the US. Yeah, that you're not wrong. I think right now that's probably probably true at the moment. Okay, upgraded these pants. What does it do? 4 times points. Okay. I don't know if you've ever played Peggle, but this is a lot like Peggle. Sort of. Puerto Rico is very similar to Cuba, but more Americanized. Cuba with a lot of American culture integrated. That's interesting. Ooh, just barely passed that round. Oh, this does not look great. Okay, we got there. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the patch today. It's a shame that the server's going to be down for so long. Maybe they gave like a really high estimate just to be sure, and maybe it'll come back early. We can hope. 5% chance to trigger item slot 5. I guess I'll take that even though I don't have slot 5 open yet. Let's open slot 5. You have played Peggle before? Yeah. It's been a long time since I've played it. I'm sure... I wonder if it's been updated since I played it. It's a really old game. I wasn't sure what to play today since the servers were down. I was gonna maybe play like Magic, but I haven't played Magic in a little while, so like my card collection would be sort of not great. So that would be kind of annoying, I guess. You've seen tempo take longer than the estimate, never less. You have high hopes. Yeah, very high. It's just, I think I've always seen their other estimates to be 3 hours. And so, you know, this time, we got the key again. Yeah, this time they have a 6-hour estimate, so maybe they'll come in somewhere in the middle. Playing the Grabatron, trying to take whatever I can here. Getting random stuff. Plastic tree item. Okay, let's take a plastic tree, I guess. What does it do? Every 1.5 second. Halves the highest peg, doubles the lowest peg. Okay, interesting. We're just barely making the restocks here. Oh, that's not great. I'm really interested to see what their monetizations changes will be. I know they said something about having like a shop to buy cosmetics now. First peg pop, 1 in 2 chance double all pegs. 2 random pegs will copy the number of the first peg popped. This item is in slot 7. 4 pegs will be affected. 2. Nubby bounces 10 times. A random peg emits a Cosmoblast. When a peg is popped by a Cosmoblast, it counts as 2 peg pops instead of 1. 10 bounces. Let's try the alien. I don't know. Uh-oh, boss. Uh-oh, spiky. Okay, I'm getting not very good bounces here. No, don't kill that guy. Ouch. We passed there. Force triggers 1 random Nubby dies thing. Slot number 3. Sure, let's try it. I'm just sort of randomly taking things here. There's lots of weird random stuff happening. I can't really follow the ball anymore very well. Okay, that doesn't look like a good setup. Oh, that was not good. Last shot. Okay, come on. Get more numbers. More numbers, more numbers. Oh, we got there. Popping a lot. Okay, good. Oh boy, this does not look great. There's a big hole in the middle. Oh, I died. I died. I have 2 stars. I don't know what those do. Yeah. Oh, there's now a game mode, but the other ones are locked because I haven't beaten them. Choose my supervisor. Oh, interesting. So can use stars to unlock different supervisors, which change the game. That's cool. Seems like a fun game. I wonder if this was... I mean, it's probably successful because Northern Lion, one of the biggest streamers, has been playing it. But yeah, the credits showed basically like one dev, as far as I can tell. So one person studio. They haven't released patch notes yet, right? Yeah, not as far as I could tell, which is kind of funny. I saw on Reddit there was a post complaining about like there's no news on patch notes. You have to see like random YouTube videos like the one I made. And then this morning I saw on the Discord a big post on the announcements that listed off all the all the people that made videos, including me. So that was nice to see that they put that up there with links. But as far as I can tell, no patch notes. How is it living in Canada? Education, work availability, salary, healthcare, politics. I only have like experience with my little part of the world. Generally, our province is like pretty well off. We have oil and gas here, which has helped our economy a lot. That said, I think like our education's pretty good. Public schools, so just like generally available free school from kindergarten to grade 12 is like perfectly fine. You don't have to go to any fancy private schools. Our work availability, I mean, generally is probably decent compared to a lot of places. Could be better. Healthcare is good. It's like public healthcare. There can be long wait times for things, but that's fine. Politically, I would say I don't like the area that I live in. We're sort of the more conservative part of Canada compared to other places. And I'm not conservative, so yeah, I'm more on the liberal side of things. My wife's more conservative than me. But generally, I think before these past few years, it was actually much better. Like now, we unfortunately have people in Canada that would like wear mega, or in Alberta specifically, so where I live, because we're the more conservative thing, is like people would be wearing mega hats here and like super big Trump supporters, even though they're in Canada. It was just like crazy to me. Now there's a little bit less of that now that they're sort of saying they're going to take us over. We have sort of like, it's not like the US because we do have other political parties, but there's like two big ones. But the other ones do get some say in things, especially at the more local levels. So there's federal, so that's the whole country. And it tends to be either the Conservative Party or the Liberal Party. And that's what they're called, the Conservatives and the Liberals. That's their party names. And they tend to be in power, but they don't always have a majority government. So sometimes they have a minority government, and then there's other smaller parties that have some seats, so they can influence the politics. So there's those two big parties, Conservatives, Liberals, but then there's some more, some smaller parties. Like there's a party from our majority French province called the Bloc Québécois. And so they get some say in things sometimes. They're pretty small because they're mostly just in that one province. But then we have the New Democratic Party. So they're a more left-leaning more liberal than the Liberals Party, and you know, they have some seats and they can influence the politics and stuff. And then on the more local level, those parties still exist, but there's also even more like specific parties. Like here in Alberta, we had a specifically provincial party. So like it would be in this, if you're thinking of states, it would be like a statewide party. So we had something called the Wild Rose Party. Roses are like our provincial flower. So they had a Wild Rose Party that was like specifically for our province, and they had some power for some time. So yeah, it's much more varied than the US political system, I would say. Uranium rod. Nubby emits a burst of nuclear waste. Nuclear waste pops pegs it touches. If Nubby isn't alive, a random peg will emit the burst. A rare rubber chicken item. It's a more healthy system. Yeah, sometimes. I mean, sometimes it can mean things don't get done because if a party can't... It can slow things down and means that some things can't get done if you can't get the support for it from the other parties, which, you know, makes sense too. Like that's a good balance and check sort of system in a way. But it does mean like things can be slower to move and stuff versus, you know, Trump just deciding to do things and then they just do it on the US side of stuff. What's Puerto Rico like? How's their political system? I have zero idea how that works. Okay, how's that going? Nubby is alive. Summon an egg missile that falls from the sky and causes an explosion that pops the rope pegs. Okay, let's try that. We're gonna get chickens, chicken eggs dropping all over the place. So that's really, really good. We've got cactus spikes falling. We've got chicken eggs falling. Oh, I didn't make it that time. Oh boy, that was not good. Okay, let me re-roll on that one. We are not doing well on this one. Okay, we got it that time. That's good. And recently, the Liberal Party has been in power here for 8 years, I think it is now. I can't remember the exact amount. But basically, a lot of people were really not liking the current leader. The current, we don't have a president here. It's called the Prime Minister. But then, because Trump did all this like super anti-Canada stuff, the Liberal Party's chances of winning went from like basically zero before to like much better now, because a lot of people associate the conservative guy, Pierre Poilievre is his name, with like Trump loving, kind of the Trump loving side of things. So a lot of people are really against that. And so like now the Liberals have a chance in the upcoming election. We have an election coming up pretty soon for the federal party. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Oh no, I lost very quickly that time. This game is fun and all, but I don't know if I would play it for very long. We'll try a few more times at least, and then maybe I'll think about switching to a different game. Puerto Rico's like the US. For a long time, you had two big parties that control most of the government. Past two elections, a third party has gotten very strong. Oh, that's cool. That's interesting. Is that third party more a more liberal party. It seems like that's usually the way it happens, is like the liberal side, at least that's how it's worked in Canada, is there's kind of like one bigger conservative party that all bands together. And then the more left-leaning, like liberal side of things has kind of split off a little bit, which is a bit unfortunate. It means that the conservatives sort of have an advantage in that way, because they can pull together more of the votes versus getting their votes split up. Someone's a sharp shot that will pop a random pig 10 times. Creates a chain bolt. I don't know. Let's try this cactus again. Okay, that was terrible. Oh, God. This game is a bit random. I'm sure you can get better at it, but for right now it feels quite random. I guess similar to Peggle. Sadly, the two big parties have a lot of issues with corruption. Oh, that sucks. So the third party are, in your opinion, the only real option, even if you disagree with some of their points. Yeah, corruption in like political parties seems like it just always goes together. Like no matter what the party, like as soon as they get big, it just seems to happen. Just like can't seem to get away from it. It's like, what is it? Power corrupts or whatever is like the saying. Let's see. Seal. Let's spy some random things. I don't know. I wonder what other Bizarre players are playing. I think I saw someone playing Hearthstone. That's another game I haven't played in a long time. I don't think any of them are playing this Nubby's number game. Let's just keep our gold this time and see. Oh, okay, that was terrible. We seem to be doing much, maybe better this run. I'm getting a lot more points, I think. I guess there's some skill to know like where the ball will bounce a little bit. Oh boy, not doing good. I spoke too soon about doing good. Now it's... Okay, got through that round. Oh no, I didn't. I thought I did. Okay, I might be done with Nubby's number thing, but I don't know what else I would play. I don't really have much installed. I have Balatro installed. Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory, yeah. Similar to Hawaii, but you're not a state, so you don't have as many rights as Hawaiians. That sucks. In other words, you make us a colony-like place. Big parties are more aligned with Puerto Rico's identity. The party that wants to be a state of the U.S., the party that wants to keep what we have, and the new party stands as independence from the U.S. Oh, interesting. Like Canada used to be, you know, we were owned by the British basically, but I guess that, like technically we were still like under British control up until, I don't remember the year. I'm really bad at my history years. But like it was pretty recently actually. Like they were technically in control. And then they still have like not really influence here, but they still have like a position in our government called the Governor General. But they don't really do anything with us anymore in terms of the British influencing our politics. Yeah, which is good, I think. You know, you should be your own place. Colonies just seem like such a antiquated idea. Force triggers slot 7. Okay. Let's see if I can get that going then. Pass the round goal. Random peg will emit 3 snot shots. I don't have enough money for that. Let's just try this. Ooh, that was not good. We might just die here right away. Oh, that was terrible. Let me see what else I have in my Steam library. I have so many games that I just never play anymore. There's also the things like Wordle. Let me play Wordle. I haven't played Wordle in forever, but seems like an okay time to do that now. I have to change my stream info. Playing random stuff. Not my Steam info. Change my Twitch categories. I guess I'll just change it to just chatting for now. Okay. My YouTube. I'm gonna just turn off my YouTube